Dr. Abdul Kalam. Dr. Kalam was a humble soul, an ideal son of India, Gandhian by life, very simple man and people's president, Dr. Abdul Kalam. An aeronautic engineer from Madras Institute of Technology, Dr. Kalam was considered the brain. Dr. Kalam was considered the brain of missile program of India. As a chief scientific advisor to Prime Minister Vajpayee, he was also instrumental in the Pokhran nuclear test in 1998. He once said, "I will work and sweat for a great vision, the vision of transforming India as a developed nation." And until the last breath, sure he did. As a president, Dr. Kalam utilized any opportunity that he get to address the students, especially school children, to dream big so they become achievers in life. A bachelor, the former president was a Veena player and was deeply interested in Carnatic music. He was vegetarian all his life. A doctorate and the Bharat Ratna awardee in 1997, occupying the first citizen's chair for the sake of the country. He would never leave inspiration behind, motivating India at every stage of his life. The globe has shrunk with his departure. Abiding by his motive, he was last seen trying to inspire the students, IIT students, IIM students in Shillong, Meghalaya. Honorable Consulate General of India, Harish Ji from Houston, could not be here with us, but he has sent the message. I express my gratitude to Mahatma Gandhi Memorial of Texas team for organizing this candlelight vigil for past President of India. Condolences are pouring from around the globe. Honorable Dr. Kalam will be missed by our nation. His contribution to humanity will be always remembered by the generations to come in great country of India and around the world. Before I invite our chairman of Mahatma Gandhi Memorial of North Texas, whose dream has brought this memorial here in Irving, Texas, so we can gather on the occasions like this here. Before Dr. Thotakura address, I like to conclude with one remark from our current president, Pranab Mukherjee ji. In his passing away, we have lost a great son of India who dedicated his entire life to the welfare of his motherland. Dr. Kalam was people president during his lifetime and will remain so. Thank you.
Born in Rameswaram, the holy town in Chennai, in a poor family, grew up as a newspaper boy, molded himself as a bright, hard-working student, turned out to be a very professional with responsibility. Dr. Abul Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam ji is no more with us. A true pragmatic, patriotic, scholar, secular, scientist, a role model, a humanitarian, very simple, humble, but missile man of India, the 11th president of our motherland, India, Dr. Abdul Kalam ji, even though physically is not with us, but he will be remembered for generations to come for his sincerity, with the full of love, affection for our motherland, a proud son of Bharat Mata. He was always constant touch with the public. As you know, he is the most popular president of India I ever seen. As a matter of fact, until his last breath, he was in touch with the community, experiencing and voicing his concerns and sharing his ideals for the upliftment of the mankind. We lost a great soul. This void cannot be filled. He was always as inspirational for our youth. He will be remembered as a youth icon, a great scientist, a pure nationalist. We lost a great soul. May his soul rest in peace. Abdul Kalam ji will be remembered forever. Johar Abdul Kalam.
जोहार
Johar Abdul Kalam.
जोहार
Johar Abdul Kalam.
जोहार अब्दुल कलाम
कलाम जी अमर रहे.
कलाम जी अमर रहे
कलाम जी अमर रहे.
कलाम जी अमर रहे
कलाम जी अमर रहे.
कलाम जी अमर रहे
Thank you.
भारत माता की
जय.
भारत माता की
जय.
भारत माता की
जय.
जोहार अब्दुल कलाम जी की जोहार
Johar.
जोहार
Now I request our one of our board of directors, Ms. Shabnam Adgal, to come and share her views.
Prasad Totokura. I want to take a moment here to thank all of you for coming here this evening. It's in times like these that we appreciate your togetherness. So thank you very much for making the attempt to be here. Of course at short notice, but still so many out here. Thank you all very much. A hard moment here for our great country of India that we are trying to commemorate here. And no matter what words we try and speak today, it is just very, very difficult, for it is a loss that the country is going to feel for a long, long time. The loss of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Avul Pakir Jainul Abdin Abdul Kalam, who was born on the 15th of October in 1931 to a Tamil Muslim family in Rameshwaram, and passed away today at the age of 83. Just collapsed suddenly while giving a speech to students at the Institute of Management in Shillong. And even though he was rushed immediately to the Bethany Hospital there, and doctors did try to revive him, but I guess it was his time. He's been very closely involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts, earning him the sobriquet of India's missile man. He worked as a scientist and science administrator, mainly at the Defense Research and Development Organization, as well as the Indian Space Research Organization, before he actually became the President of India. He served as president for 5 years, from 2002, enjoying the support of both the ruling BJP as well as the opposition Congress. Played a very pivotal technical as well as political role in India's Pokhran II nuclear tests in 1998, and shortly after, the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government came to power. And after his term, he returned to a life that he was leading right now, of education, of writing, and of public service. Received several prestigious awards, and of course, India's highest civilian honor of the Bharat Ratna. India has declared a 7-day mourning period, but I think this is a huge loss, but one that we all can keep alive by following his principles and his teachings and instilling them in our next generation. आधुनिक भारत के भगवान चले गए, इस देश के असली स्वाभिमान चले गए। धर्म का अकेला छोड़ विज्ञान चले गए। एक साथ गीता और कुरान चले गए। मानवता के एक प्रतिध्वान चले गए। धर्मनायक के मूल स्वाभिमान चले गए। इस सदी के श्रेष्ठ ऋषि महान चले गए। कलयुग के अकेले इंसान चले गए। ज्ञान राशि का अमित निधान चले गए। सबके प्यारे अब्दुल कलाम चले गए। थैंक यू।
Now I request a man who worked with Dr. Abdul Kalam ji. He is very good fortunate to be a colleague of Dr. Abdul Kalam. He is with us. Mr. Emil Prasad, I request him to share a few of his thoughts.
Dear friends who gathered here on such a short notice, I want to thank you as we join in paying our homage to our dear former President Dr. Kalam. I had the unique and distinct privilege of working with him during 1977 to 81 during ISRO's formative days when we were launching the satellite launch vehicle program for which he was the project director. Working with him was a pleasure all the time, and having him as your mentor, guide and philosopher is a unique blessing that God has given to me. During the time, we faced quite a few difficulties as we were the first time for us to launch such a big rocket, and we faced the first rocket was a failure. It fell into the Bay of Bengal. During that time, we were all so saddened. He came to us, made us all sit in the open air theater and talked to us at length and encouraged us so that within 12 months we were successfully launched that rocket and many other things subsequent years. The personal care he has taken to ensure that all of us were properly fed and properly prepared for the future of India's launch vehicles and all that was phenomenal. He was always there for us when we have any problem of any nature. You could go onto the web and see so many stories about him taking some family members to the circus and other things while the man is working at the ISRO headquarters or ISRO, one of the facilities. One of the other things that you come across is as a Raksha Mantri's advisor. One day a brigadier general told me this, that he just got down from the car and he opened his sandals and he was trying to put that, Hawaii sandals, the thing into that. That was such a simple thing for him. He never cared for his rank or anything. He was an advisor to the Raksha Mantri, a defense advisor, Ministry of Defense. He was so humble about it. His place in Trivandrum was such a single-room apartment where he had his veena and all his books there, and that's a simple life he led, most of his thing. Even when he was at DRDO in subsequent years, he lived a humble life in the guest house, and whenever we corresponded, he would always recall the old times. In 2009, I took my children back to him after he retired as the President of India, and we kept on inquiring about their future, their career, and all those things, besides my career and all that. It was always a very touching moment whenever I spoke with him or communicated with him. And from what I see, a man wants three things in life: dying without any poverty, living always in the name of thinking of God and other things, and all of them he achieved. And not only that, today is the first Ekadasi in the month of Ashada, and this is a very auspicious day. Those who die today will directly go and get salvation, not paradise, not heaven. Heaven, when you go there, you come back after you finish your things. But this is direct salvation. So he reached that, and so thank you all once again for giving me an opportunity to share a few thoughts as well as display our homage to.
Thank you, Prasad Garu. Now, a few logistics. First of all, we don't have much time. We got permission for only 30 minutes. We want to keep up our promise, and please keep this park clean. Second thing is, I see some community organization representatives. I humbly request them to come and lit the candles first, and then followed by the general public who are here to lit candles and pay tributes, floral tributes to Abdul Kalam ji. May I see some bags represented to Paresh Patel, please? And Neelama is here, Gunuguntla from in Chamber of Commerce. I see Narasimha Reddy, Dr. Gurumindi from Tantex Telugu Association, Satish Reddy and Pajur Anant from American Telugu Association. If any other organization representatives are here, if you could please come and recognize yourself and pay tribute first, then followed by the general public here. It is getting dark also, so we need to keep up our time. We really thank you for coming. While we are doing this floral tribute as well as candles, I invite Dr. Muppavarpu Simhachala Sastri to chant Shanti Bhajans, and also I see Prem Shah here. Prem also, please come and recite some Bhakti Gitas. Simhachala Sastri.
From other side. Sir, from other side. No. No.
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे तत्संयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्थिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जगातु भेषजं सिन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे सिं चतुष्पदे सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम 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 भज प्यारे तू सीताराम 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 भज प्यारे तू सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम मंदिर मस्जिद तेरे धाम रे तू सीताराम